are going to start with kind of those basics, beginner stuff. And if you already know that, then this will be great for you because it's going to be a review. And you guys got to show me that you already know that. Okay? Okay? Sound good? Cool. All right. Probably the simplest one. How are you going to say hello? You're going to have that kind of like a salute from your forehead straight out. Hello. This is a very formal way of saying hello. You're not going to see this all the time. This is totally fine. Just waving. Hey, this is hello, hi, anything like that. This is totally fine. No deaf person is going to see you wave and be like, what does that mean? I don't get it. I only know what this means. No one's going to do that. Same with bye. You can do this. It's fine. But the actual word for bye is going to be like this. Bye-bye or goodbye. Straight from the side. Just kind of right in front of your chest and shoulder area. You're going to just be moving those top fingers like that. Goodbye, bye-bye. Okay, so now we're going to learn how to say how. This is one of the question words. There's a lot of different ways to sign this. The most common you're going to see is two relaxed hands, starting like this, and then turning over. How. How. Another way is with thumbs, like this, except only one of the moves. How. How. This is also fine. So either how, there's how, there's a lot of different ways, but usually if it's just this kind of motion, that's how, okay? And then you're just pointing. You, to the person in front of you. You. And if it's towards yourself, me or I, point it to yourself. Just a pointer, not rude to point. You. Okay? So then put those together. There's no are or is in sign, so we're just going to say, how you. That means, how are you? So we're going to leave out all of those little in-between words. We're not going to say are, or is, or an. We're just going to say, how are you? Cool. So then somebody comes up to you and they're like, how are you? And you're like, I'm good. You need to know how to respond, right? So if you know how to do thank you, just like thank you, but you're going to bring it down in front of you. So you're going to start on your mouth, then bring it straight down to another open hand. And the contrary of that, maybe you're having a bad day. It's almost the same, except you're going to turn it. So I think of this like somebody gave you some food, you try it, and you're like, ugh, you don't like it, so you push it away. And this one doesn't actually have to go on your other hand. It could just do this. Bad. It's totally fine to do it on the air. So it could be bad. They're both perfectly fine. Bad. Like, again, so someone gives you something, you're like, ugh, you're pushing it away. You don't like it. And maybe you're shaking your head no, because it's bad. And then maybe you're just kind of in the middle. You're going to say fine. There's two variations of this. Both of them, your thumb is going to be what's touching your chest. So it's either just stationary, or you might see it like this. Fine. Fine. We're just fine. Excuse me. Okay, so let's finish up those question words. Pop quiz. How do you say how? You gotta show me how to do it. Yeah, there you go. And so let's go over some other questions. So there's two signs for what. This is going to be like this. What? Huh? Kind of do this in real life, too. Somebody says something, you're like, what? Huh? Kind of looking around, shake those hands. And the other version is what? You're going to have one open hand and a pointer. And it's kind of like the way my friend described this is like if somebody were to take a slice out of your hand, you'd be like, what was that for? So it's kind of like someone cut your hand and you're like, dude, what was that about? What? So either like this or like this. And these are totally fine to be interchangeable. You can use them either which way. However, generally, you're going to see this used for like a question, like what? It's up. What's your name? And you're going to use this as in the middle of a sentence. So like, I do what I want. So it's kind of like the transitional, but they're totally fine. You could totally do like what's happening, what's going on, whatever. They can both be used interchangeably. Okay, next question word is where. You're going to have that pointer finger and just shimmy it next to your face. Kind of like, no, but it's right next to your face, like this. Where? Maybe you're looking around like this. Where is it? I don't know. Okay, then which? You're gonna have 2 thumbs ups, because you have 2 different things. Comparing them. Which one do I want? Do I want this one? Or do I want this one? And up and down, just like this. So next one is Y. There's a few variations of this, both in real life and depending on your controller. So it's either going to be with a Y hand. So if your controller can do that, or if you are doing this in real life or whatever, then you could do it like that. But it's also fine to just do thumb. So like what I'm doing here, I'm starting it open and I'm bringing it down to thumb. Another variation that you could see is that middle finger. It kind of goes like this. So you could also do a rock and roll hand, or if you're using index, you could just bring that middle finger down. All of these are fine. But one important thing is you're not doing this. You're not bringing it way out. You're just going straight down. Y. Not like this. Not up here. You're just going straight line down. Y. Right? So it's fine to use a rock and roll or thumb. What's that? Is that a question? Yep, okay. Totally fine. Rock and roll, thumbs up. If you have a Y hand, use that. All's good. Okay, so next one's win. I have a lot of questions about this because it looks similar to sign. But the difference is this hand is going to stay stationary. It's not going to move. And this hand is going to go around it. So think of this like the middle of the clock. And you're showing the hand to move all the way around one time. Win. And it's also perfectly fine to do it upwards like this. So you can do win or win. You're not going to go down, but either this way or this way, whatever you like. And the last question word that we're going to do is who. You're going to have that right underneath your chin, and you're going to wiggle that front finger. Who. Who. Just like that. Okay, so I think that's a good start for the basics. Are you guys comfortable kind of going up to the higher levels now? Maybe some more complicated words? Yeah, if you guys are comfortable with it. Feel good? Okay. So yeah, those are the great ones to practice if you're in the basics, you're just starting. You know, you want to learn your question words. You want to learn stuff like how are you, good, bad, all that stuff. And once you get that out of the way, then you're going to start progressing into more complicated words, which I'm also going to give you a sneak peek here. Okay. So we've taught all of these before. I taught that like not too long ago. I'm just looking. Okay, this is a good one. We're going to do this one. So forgive. This is a good one. So first of all, this is how I say sorry, right? You say sorry to somebody, and then you forgive them. So this is also the same sign for excuse, as in like, oh, excuse me, or I have an excuse, or whatever it is. Somebody's avatar is in the floor. All right, I fixed it. Okay, so you're going to be doing it like this. So you have that open hand and kind of a relaxed hand right on the lower palm, and you're going to bring it towards yourself. You're forgiven. I've always done it towards myself. Going forward. You do it forward? Yeah, so he's saying forward and slowly. I do it towards myself. Is that fine too? You never seen that? Yeah, there's a lot of people. Yeah, okay. So you might also see that in the forward motion. That might be forgive myself, perhaps. What's up, Cinnamon? Well, yeah. Yeah, forgive you, forgive myself. Right. Right. I got you. Okay, so next one is leave. So in the context of just leaving anything at any speed, is you're gonna kind of like pick up all your stuff and go. So you have these open hands, you're just picking it all up. Kind of like if you're leaving an airport, you gotta pick up all your bags and get out of here. Right? So, but if you're talking about quickly leaving, maybe somebody joined and then they just poof, right? And you're like, what? Where'd they go? They left. This is like fleeing, very quickly leaving. You're going to have that open hand, and this is like a person. Pew! They leave the scene super fast. So if you're just talking about general leaving, they left, or if they really quickly left, like that. Pew. That's disappear. So if you see this is like disappearing, not the same. This is like these hearts like like you're gonna see that. So this one red, there are variations. Both of them are used that hand. So if you don't know what that is, that's the fingers that you make. And either like this, ready, kind of like ready to go do something. Ready to go, ready to, I'm ready to start. And the other one is like this. This is kind of just the general version of ready. Could be ready in any context, right? So you're just kind of shaking them next to you, like you're so ready, you're excited, kind of jumping up and down. Eee, I'm ready. I'm ready to open my Christmas presents. I'm ready for Christmas. I am. I'm like ticking down the days till December. Okay. Yep. Skill. I saw Shaw do that. So you're going to have that open hand straight up, and it's kind of, I think of this like this open hand as a skilled person, and you're taking that skill away from them. You're learning from this person, and you're able to take it. This is also the same sign for talent. So if somebody wants to say you're very talented in this, they can also use skill. This could also be, if you want to say expert, you could say skilled person. So this is like somebody who is very skilled, but this could also be like a talented person or whatever it is. Did I see you had a question, Earth, or did I answer that? I answered it? Okay, cool. Got it. All right, so this one, if you're doing this in real life or if you have index, these fingers are actually going to be bent. If you don't have these liberties, then you're just going to be using pointer fingers, and you're going to be doing one on top of the other and doing this. So this one's not moving. It's just this front one, or top one. And you want to make sure they're both angled up. So kind of like you're about to shake someone's hand, that same thing, two of them like this, and you're going to be continuously going up and down. This is also joking, kidding, whatever. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. Yep, let me make sure everyone's doing that right. So you got, okay, I'm going to come over and correct you just a little bit. You want to make sure both of your hands are angled like this. So kind of like, have you ever ridden a horse and you had to grab both of the, never ridden a horse? Okay, a huge ice cream cone. You're holding a huge ice cream cone in your hand. How are you going to hold it? Yep, just like that. And now you're going to point your fingers and do it like that. Yep, almost. You gotta keep holding an ice cream cone. Keep holding an ice cream cone. Like this. There you go. Perfect. There you go. Yep. Yay! Okay. Yeah, that's a better one. It's funny because when you ride a horse, they tell you to hold a big ice cream cone. I should have just gone with that. Hold on. It's very hot in my room. I'm going to make sure my fan's on full blast. Whew. I feel like I'm melting. Okay, I got a big toaster on my head. Maybe that's why. Okay, so next one. This is with a Y hand. I don't have a Y, so if you don't have a Y just like me, you're going to be using a thumbs up. You're going to start on the cheek of your head and then move forward like this. Mistake. This is also a sign for oops or like, ooh, didn't mean to. Like, and regret. This is also a sign for regret. I guess it's because you could regret mistakes. I don't know. Okay. Next one is move. So if you know the hand-shaped names, it's called a flattened O. So it looks like this. Another way to remember it is it's like the Mamma Mia hand, right? You're going to have two of those. You're starting here, and then you bring it here. So you're moving. Move. So this could be like you need somebody to move, like, oh, hey, can you move? But it could also be like, I'm moving houses. I'm moving whatever. Yeah, it could be any context of moving, both like get out of the way and also moving houses or whatever. Move this box. Yeah, what's up? So does that also mean move? Moment? No, that's different. Oh, movement. Yes, movement. That's. I do that more like multiple times. Movement. I thought you said moment. Sorry, I'm like those are two different things. Yeah, movement. You're going to be showing the movement, but move is like because you moved it from here to here. You're showing point A and point B. And maybe if you're moving a lot of places, like I moved it here and then here and then here, it's fine to like, but you want to show like it was on the shelf up there, but then I changed my mind and I moved it back. You could be using classifiers back and forth. But I use movement. I do multiple. Yeah. Okay, lost. I know I already taught this one in my last lesson. I think it's actually double, but so this could be both in the context of I lost my mom, or I lost my hearing, I lost all my money, I am lost, whatever. You're going to be starting with 2 fists, either upwards or downwards, doesn't matter, and then you're going to let it go. Imagine you have something in your hands, and you're going straight down. You have it in your hands, so you let it go. So you can't have it anymore. You lost it. But like I said, this could also be like, I'm lost. Like, where's the adult? I need an adult. I'm lost. Whatever. Sorry, this is, I think I'm accidentally, what the heck? Okay. Work. All right, so you're gonna have 2 fists, one on top of the other, like this. Like this. On wrist area. Work. Work. Sorry, I just remembered a joke. Not yet. Oh, this is how you sign yet, right? It could either be with 2 hands, but this is like, that's an exaggeration. You're just going to be using one. So in the not yet is you're either saying not and then signing yet, or you could shake your head no. Nope, not yet. So this is kind of like motioning behind you, right? So it's like, this hasn't happened yet. Like, you're kind of way back there. But if you're saying not yet, nope, no. Talk. Okay, so this one's a little bit weird because of VR. In real life, your thumb is in, you're kind of wiggling your fingers like this, but in VR, it's kind of hard to differentiate from mom. So what we use is just like this. It's like up, 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 up. Just like a mouth kind of opening and closing. That's kind of a VR way to do it. Another way you might see, this is like conversate or chat. 2 people are exchanging, so you can be like, yeah, we chatted, we talked. You can do that. That's communicate. Yeah. 2 C hands going back and forth, communicate. What the heck? Okay. Equal. So this one, it's kind of hard to do. In real life, it's like, I do it like a bent hand, like perfectly bent, but it's also fine to do it like this. Equal. 2 things are coming together, so they're equal. Equal. Like a letter, like sending the post, you're gonna thumb on your lips because you're licking it, and then you put that stamp down. Like, you have to lick stamps. Like back in the old days when people would do mail instead of, I don't know, texting and Discord. Sound like a boomer. Back in my day. But yeah, you're going to lick that stamp and stick it on there. Due to Corona, please do not actually lick your thumb. Do not lick your thumb. Just put it in front of you like this. Maybe you could stick your tongue out. Don't lick your thumb. Oh my God. Just look, make it look like you are, okay? You don't actually need to, like, put your thumb in your mouth. The point will be across. Like, other signs, people, like, take it way too seriously. Like, the sign for, like, stupid is, like, you hit your head. People will, like, bah! And they, like, go back. I'm like, dude, you don't have to hit your head. It's okay. Like, you don't have to lick your thumb. You don't have to hit your head. You're fine. So, use a sign with caution. But the other definition, as in, like, letters and numbers, is you use 2 L hands and you kind of tap them. So that thumb is going to be touching the pointer finger of the other one, just like that letter. So this is like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this one is like male. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. Hello? What's it doing? What the heck? This is acting really weird. What? Maybe I'm just old and I don't get it anymore. It's like vibrating. It's like stop. Okay, I guess we're gonna say place. Okay, so there's 2 ways of doing place. It's either like this, open hand, you're gonna kind of shimmy it around like this. It's a place over there. And then also with hands, place, either up or down. place. Place. Yeah. So he's saying, oh, you do that for place. This is also area, or area with an A. So I kind of use them interchangeably. Yeah. Okay, number. You're gonna have those same flattened O hands, and you're gonna go like this. Number. So you're just gonna rotate your wrists. You're pivoting them. You're not gonna be like, woo! It's just right here. Your fingertips are kind of continuing to touch. Number. So say and tell. So say is you're gonna tap your lips again. Please. And then tell is you're gonna kind of come from below your throat or below your chin, like on your throat, and you're gonna come out. You told them. You're telling them, and you said it to them. You just said it. You're tapping it, or say. Make sure you're not skipping any. Okay. So start. You're gonna have this open hand to pointer finger. It's like you're starting a car. You're gonna put the keys in. Turn it, start the car. In real life, your fingers are going to be literally like in between the other bit. Can't with my controller, but yeah. Fill or full. You have a cup. My cup runneth over. And you fill it. It's full. You're showing that it's full. Okay? But if you were going to talk about full, you ate a whole bunch and you're like, oh, my stomach is full. You're going to use this. Just like that. And maybe you make your cheeks all big, like, oh, like I am full. You're gonna show like the food is so much, it's like hits your chin, like, oh, I can't eat another bite. I'm full. So if you're talking about food only, you're only ever gonna use this in the food context. You ate a whole bunch, now you're full. I'm done eating. But in any other context, you're gonna be using this. Full. Okay? Okie dokie. Okay, next one is bring. You're gonna have two open hands starting from here, bringing it over here. Or maybe you're bringing it over here. You start here, you bring it. Starting here, and you bring it. Pretty easy. Return. So this has many different signs. One of the signs is literally just BK, which means back. So it's like you're bringing it back, giving it back. Another one is with two F hands, and it's like kind of like replace, like you have it and you're replacing it. I've seen there's a lot of different signs. I'm kind of forgetting them, but yeah, I use back. That's what I do, because you're just returning it. You're giving it back. Maybe you could say give back. This is give. Yeah, whatever in the context of. But yeah, maybe if you're replacing it, you're switching it out. You could use this. It's like somebody gives it, you switch it out, and you give it back. This one's a good one. Enjoy. You're gonna have two circles, one on your chest, one on your tummy. Just like that. Enjoy. We're almost... There we go. I covered my tracker, sorry. Okay, this one I might need a index person. Could I have you come up here, Shaw? So, right here. So you're gonna have your middle finger down, just your middle finger, yep, and you're kind of gonna like almost like smell, but on your chin area, or kind of on your lips, yep. So when you have that middle finger down, it usually means feeling, or sometimes emotions. So it's kind of showing this feeling of taste, or maybe this emotion of taste if it's awful or bad. So I've seen it like this if you don't have index with like a, what's it called, rock and roll hand. But personally, I just do this. Like I indicate it and then do that. But yeah, you want to make sure you're indicating it, because this is smell. Just with an open hand, looks like you're taking in the smell. But yeah, thank you for being my little Martha White. Is that where she's like, oh, here it is. I don't think that's the right name, but whatever.
It's Vanna.
Vanna White. I was close. Thank you. We're going to do two more. So this one is explain. We're going to have two F hands, which if you don't know what those look like, is like the OK symbol. And then you're going to go like this. Yep. And so if you don't have F hands, what I do is I close them. explain. What's that? I've also seen explain. I use that differently. Okie dokie. Yeah, so that one that Shaw showed, he kind of showed it like this. I use that for like directional explanation of direction. I don't use it for explain. So for me, I'm going to teach it going back and forth just like this. And the last word that I'm going to choose to teach, okay, sorry, come, like this. Come over here. Come this way. Yep. You're just bringing it towards yourself. Come here. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to open it up to questions. It could be about what I just taught. Could be about something completely unrelated. Could be about signs you want to learn. What's up, Obama?
Sorry, I can't really sign right now. My controllers are having kind of an issue.
You're good. You're good.
I was just wondering the difference between wrong and shy.
Awesome. So I think you mean mistake and shy, because wrong is you're going to have a Y hand just on your chin. So yep. So mistake is you're going to have a Y hand and you're moving it from that cheek up to your chin. Shy is you're going to have either a relaxed or a thumbs up, and it starts here, and then you're just going to turn that wrist right on your cheek like this. You're not going anywhere towards your chin. You're just going to rotate that wrist. Just like that. Yep, they look a bit similar, but the main difference is that mistake is a Y hand and shy can be more of like this type of hand. Yep. Let's see, any other questions? Yeah, what's up, Earth? Mm-hmm. Error, I sign them the same or I fingerspell it. I fingerspell error, or it just is the same as mistake, right? I've never seen an exact sign for error. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay, that's a good question. Late and yet? Yep. So actually, they can be used the same. It's completely fine to say she became deaf late in life. This means she became deaf late in life or whatever. But if you really want to make sure it's clear, you could also use an L hand. Late. Late. This is also completely acceptable. Late. Mm-hmm. Just like that. What's up, Crow? I remember something, a word that I want to teach. Oh, whoa. Finger spelled again. Oh, who? It has two signs. So either like this or like this. Really? I've never seen that. Like this? Oh, it's old. I glitched, sorry. It's old. Ready. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's saying you could also sign ready with one hand. Like, oh, you ready? You ready? Maybe you have a sandwich in this hand. You ready? Uh-huh. Right. Mm-hmm. And fill, understand if you fill your gas in a car, you could show this. Yep. You're filling it. Yeah. Right. Or if you're filling up a drink, yeah, that's filling. Like, yes, right. But if it's already full, you're gonna be using that. But if you're filling it, then you're gonna use that. Right. Forgot. Yeah, pouring it in, filling it. Right. Thank you. Yeah. Heck yeah. Let's see. Don has a question. What's up? Hi. Dream? That's a good question. So she said, how do you sign dream? It's going to come from your forehead and you're going to wiggle your finger like this. Dream. The way I think of this is, you know, in cartoons when somebody's dreaming, they have like a cloud above them. That's what I think of. Showing the particles going to the cloud. You're dreaming. Yep. And another question I might get is nightmare. You just sign bad dream. Bad dream. There isn't a specific sign for nightmare. It's just bad dream. Yeah. But this could also be he's like, oh, I have a dream to work for McDonald's. Whatever. Scary dream. Yep. Also, I had a scary dream. Whatever it is. See, any other questions? Do you have one? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Because. So, yeah, there's a sign for because. I will warn you, that's not exact ASL, that's PSE. But I teach PSE, so that's all good. What you're going to do is one time across your forehead and then bring it to a stop, just like that. You're going to make sure it's only one time. You're going to make sure you're closing your finger. And that means because there's a lot of signs that look a lot similar. Yeah, because, just like that. Let's see, any other questions? Hi, Cinnamon, what's up?
Okay, I don't think I can sign this entire question, so I'm gonna speak. So when you're having a conversation in ASL, right, and you're talking about someone who is not there, can you still be like, oh, I said this, this, and that, and then he said, like, can you use your hand like this?
Yeah, so that's a whole can of beans. I'm gonna sit down for this one because this might be a little bit long. Okay, so if somebody, so let's say there's a story and the person is not there. So let's say I'm talking about Crow, but he's not there. And I'm gonna start off I'm gonna say, oh, like I want to tell you what happened. So Crow, you're gonna establish it by finger spelling his name, and then yes, you could point either like this or like this. You're gonna say, this person is Crow, and so this means that this whole entire area. My roommates are vacuuming. I'm sorry if you hear that. You're gonna say this whole entire area is Crow now. So when I want to explain something, so he said, that means that Crow said it. I don't have to necessarily do this. I could just point in this way. And this will be Crow. This is going to be Crow for the duration of this continuing story. And then if another person comes in, let's say his mom, then I could point then. I would be sure to point because I want to really reiterate this is Crow's mom. Say his mom came up. And now this area is his mom. So then if I'm like, so he said, what are you doing here? And then she said, what do you think? Right? I'm going to shift my body to show who's talking. So I point, this is Crow talking. And I shift my body, and I'm now acting as Crow. I'm not going to say he said, she said. I'm going to say I did. So I'm shifting my body, and I'm looking forward to my theoretical mom. And then I'm going to say, and then the mom said, whoa. And I'm going to shift my body. And then when it comes back to me, I'm going to face forward, and I'm going to say, and then I said, I don't know who's here and why, whatever. So the most important things is you're gonna set it up. This person, finger spell their name. This person, finger spell their name. And for the rest of the duration, you're gonna have these two sectioned off areas. And you could have as many people as you want. The more and more people you have, you're gonna wanna finger spell more often. So if then Ray comes up and then he's over here and then Alex comes up and then this person comes up and then you're gonna be having to finger spell a lot more. But if it's just one person, you might only have to finger spell one time. Does that make sense? I know it's kind of a big thing to tackle, but yeah, that's pretty much the main gist. All right, cool. Let's see. Any other questions? Oh, what's up, Shaw? Already? Same sign as finish. Yep. Not yet?
As in, like, already happened. I've seen that used as, like, with a nod. Almost like the opposite meaning of not yet, in a way.
Well, this does mean yet, but I've never seen that as used in the context of before. Or maybe I have.
It was a Bill Vickers thing. I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're right. I remember now. Yes. It's one of those things where it's like hard to put into words because it's like you're so used to it. Like if somebody asks you, when do you use the and when do you use a? You'll be like, it's like really hard to explain. Okay, yes, you are correct. But it also can be used as like, oh, have you gone to school? Oh, yet, like, or I'm going to. You could use that as yet. It could also be in the past. It's kind of complicated, but yes, that can be used. But however, if you just want to say already, it's finished. So, oh, did you clean the dishes? I already did it. I finished. I did it. And that's already as well, but you can use that as well. Yep. Enough. No, enough is you're going to do full 2 times. Enough. 2 times. Yep. Enough. I've never seen that. I don't know what that is. That might be a sign from far. I don't know. Or maybe old. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, enough is 2 times full. No problem. See, any other questions? Could be about anything. Could be about deaf culture. Oh, hello. What's up? Oh, there goes my foot. No. This is like ever. This is like ever or forever. That's not the same as yet. That's like almost the opposite. Yeah. That's a good question though. Let's see, did you have a question too, Earth? No? Okay. Anybody else?
Oh, me? No.
Hi, Decent.
Oh, man.
Some stuff for new people? Like what? Culture? Culture? Okay. Let's see. What's some good culture to talk about? What's up? No! Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about who can teach sign. Okay? So look at me. My name is Jenny. I am a volunteer teacher. I have the ability to hear. I have hearing problems, but I can hear and I can speak. So, like, why is she teaching, huh? A bunch of other teachers are deaf. I thought only deaf people can teach. Nope. So, when you ever hear something about prohibiting teaching, that doesn't mean it's because you can hear. It's about skill and capability. So myself, I've been learning for a very, 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 very long time. And my deaf community told me, yes, they approved me. They said, you're allowed to teach. We give you that opportunity. And I said, great, thank you. But I would never teach if I was told to stop. If I was told by whoever, hey, no, not in my community. And I would respect that. And it's about fluency. So if somebody grows up in a deaf household or learns for a very, very long time, they could be fluent. It doesn't matter if they're deaf or hearing. If they are fluent, then congrats. They have the capability to teach if that's what they're passionate about. But in some cases, the culture around it still doesn't want to steal the opportunity away from deaf people. So there's even some cases of CODAs, which are childs of deaf adults, who want to become a teacher, and they're said, no, you can't, because of culture and respect. Because in real life, when it comes to jobs, sometimes deaf people, that's the only job they can get. And if a CODA who's hearing and has the capability of perhaps doing some other stuff, kind of in a way like takes that job from a deaf person, that could be seen as discrimination. So in some cultures and communities and areas, they even strictly prohibit at all, even hard of hearing people sometimes. So it's super different from every single culture. And so when I inform you of these rules, I'm telling you of the rules in our community, in our culture here in VR and in real life. And I want you to let you know that we didn't just come up with these and imagine them out of nowhere and we're all evil and we want to stomp around and take away your fun. We say these for a reason and for respect. So if somebody kind of taps you on your shoulder, they're like, hey, I want to let you know you're kind of bordering on teaching right now, and that's not okay because you're not fluent. please don't be upset. We don't want to attack you. We don't want to make it seem like you did a bad job. We totally understand you want to help. That's awesome, you want to help. But at the same time, what if there's a deaf person who has the opportunity to teach and they're way more skilled and they've grown up in this environment full of sign and they know all the culture and they know all the variations, they know all the different ways of it and the different old versions, everything. And you, as a student, have only been learning for 2 months, and you think you know all the variations, but there's like 15 ways to sign strawberry. So, like, you want to make sure you're leaving that respect to this deaf person, and you're saying, hey, this isn't my language. This isn't. Like, this is deaf people's language and hard of hearing people's language and CODA's language. And if I'm not a part of that, I have to respect when somebody steps in and says, hey, you need to stop. It's totally fine to help out people, but, you know, don't take it upon yourself to come out all big chest and be like, I'm going to teach you guys this and show you all these words. And I don't know if they're right, but I'm going to show you anyway. But yeah, because that is a problem, but we want to let you guys know that we're not here to make you feel scared or make you feel like we're kind of bullying you. Like, we want to make sure that deaf people are being respected and students are being taught properly. Yep, and just support you guys. So if you have a question, you're like, oh, Jenny, my friend came up to me and they're really new and they asked me how to sign how are you, and I showed them, is that okay? I'm gonna be like, dude, yeah, that's awesome, thank you for doing that. But also at the same time, you know, you gotta be able to understand that sometimes we will say no, and we will tell you things and say, I'm sorry, what you did was wrong. You got to be prepared for that, you know, because everyone makes mistakes. I've offended deaf people before. I have been in this community for a long time. You're going to offend deaf people because deaf people are people. You're going to offend people. You know, don't walk into this like, I hope I never offend anybody. You're going to. It's going to happen. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. But then you know what? We're going to pick you back up. We're going to brush you off. We're going to say, good job learning. Let's keep going. And it'll be a lot better and easier if you just respect us. You know, we're not going to eat you. Ray always says, deaf don't bite. And I know that sounds pretty silly, but it's true. You know, people kind of have this fear of deaf people or teachers or admin, the staff. They kind of come up and they're like, I hope they don't ban me, you know, whatever. No, like, we're here. We love you. You know, every single one of you guys. I love you guys so much. Just the fact that you come out of here and take time out of your day to come and see me and blabber my mouth off about things that I shouldn't, you know. You guys are the best, and you are what make our community. So please, please understand. We say these things for a reason, and we want you to learn these reasons. But at the same time, rules are rules, and we want to make sure that, you know, you can follow them. Does that make sense? Yay! I talked for too long. Okay, I need some water. All right, while I'm getting water, is there any other questions? I know it doesn't look like I can see. Okay, Figure, you have one question? I will take Figure to be last unless anyone else has one more after him. What? Hold on, what? Hold on. I have like 5 people signing to me at one time. Okay. Okay, what?
Gotta be quiet.
Permission. I don't know. Yes! I thought, so opportunity is OP, and then permission is, right, because this is allowed, you're right. So with allowed, you're going to use P's. Yeah, or you can also use allowed. I thought that, but I wanted to make sure. So yeah. Just like that, because it's allowed. Whoa!
T.
Sorry. What the heck? You okay there, Langa? Okay. Sorry, what's up? Who can give sign names? Yay! Yes. Okay, so that's a great question. So, sign names, I'll give a little tiny tidbit about what sign names are. So sign names are usually with the first letter of this person's name. Sometimes it's with their initials, or sometimes without a letter, but that's rare. And it's with something that's noticeable or special or something about this person. And only deaf or hard of hearing people give this sign name to somebody, and it's a real honor, and it's something that's very, very special. And it usually means that you're accepted into this community and that you've grown enough to earn one. But sometimes they're also just given to famous people or well-known people or whatever. There's a lot of different reasons. So, for example, my sign name is with laugh. It's 2 J hands and with the laughing hand shape, motion. And it's because I laugh a lot, and in case you have not noticed. And this was given to me by Max Deff. He's from France. He gave it to me, goodness, almost 2 years ago now. And I refuse to change it because I love it so much. It's my favorite thing in the whole entire world. Let's see, what's your sign name, Crow? Oh.
What the hell?
So he says, I have a real life one, but it's different in VR. So what he does is it's a T hand on his forehead like that. Yep, and that has his own personal meaning. Let's see some other ones. Like my friend Papa T, he's a very tall person. So his name is with an N and with very tall because he's very tall, right? So it could be something that you notice about somebody, like, whoa, that person's tall. Like, here's your sign name, or something about their personality. So they laugh a lot. Here's a J. And there's all of these different things, and they're so amazing to learn about. I don't know your sign name, Maluro, if you want me to teach yours. Oh, Fashions! Oh, Fashion. Okay, so Fashions is with dance in his native sign. This isn't how you say dance in ASL, but because he's from Austria, he loves to dance. So this is basically saying that he's a dancer, right? So they're different for everybody, and it's a way to express it. But the main important thing is that only deaf and hard of hearing people can give this to you because they're the people who are well versed in the community and culture. And like I said, it's an honor. So if somebody comes up to you and they say, oh, this is my sign name, and you say, oh, who gave it to you? And they say, oh, I made it myself. You have full permission to say, no, no, you cannot do that. And trust me, it happens. And of course, if you have done this yourself, it's okay. You didn't know, but I'm helping you and I'm teaching you that this is not the way we do it. In all across the world, I'm pretty sure in every culture, but in America, for sure, every deaf person is going to tell you, whoa, only deaf and hard of hearing people make this. Does that make sense? Oh, there goes Longa. All right, let's see. I will go ahead and take one more question if somebody has it. And if not, we can go ahead and end the class with a picture. Bye, Longa. Okay. Let's see. Any questions at all? Oh, what's up, Earth? You'll be the last question for the day. I always forget how to sign story. So that's going to be with open hands. Closing to that Mamma Mia hands like that. Yep, just like that. Story. Yeah, no problem. All right, and with that, guys, let's go ahead and end the class with a big group picture. I don't know who's going to take it today, but whoever wants to